We have used these commercial routes. We have talked about these commercial deals that have been done with Pfizer, for example, but it doesn't seem like we've really pressed the diplomatic ones. Is that what you're advocating for with my leading questions this morning?
I know you are, and you know, I just think, I'm not in government. I don't know what the options are. What I'd say to you is the government should be coming onto your program and to all. To saying to the media and to the Australian people, this is what we're doing to secure supplies. So, I think everyone's pretty tired of good photo ops or, Mr Morrison going on television and telling young people they can get AstraZeneca, or going on television and saying, here's my plan, and then disappearing. I think people want to know, when will we get the supplies we need to vaccinate people under 60 of Pfizer? That's what people want to know. And they are increasingly demanding that information as they see more variants around the globe, and unfortunately more variants here in Australia. On top of that, I think people do want to see safe quarantine. When we have thousands of Australians who are stranded, we have a quarantine system which is not fit for purpose, which is responsible for some 26 leakages out of quarantine, which have had huge economic consequences. Pardon me. And so you have a situation where the government, Mr Morrison, is still saying, well, quarantine's not my responsibility. Well, what is?
Let me ask you a final question on Afghanistan, because this is something that hasn't probably had the attention it deserves because of what we're dealing with COVID at the moment. Australia was in Afghanistan for 20 years. We had much support from the local Afghanis there as interpreters and working with or for the Australian government. A lot of those Afghanis have not been given visas. Do you accept that there's a bit of a grey area here and that we have done all we can?
Thank you for asking that question, Laura, because it is something that we should give more attention to, because this goes to who we are as a country, it goes to our reputation, it goes to our moral obligation, and also goes to people in the future, making sure people in the future are prepared to help us. You talked about a grey area. Well, there's no grey area as far as the Taliban are concerned. They don't care if the person who has helped Australia has helped them as a direct employee or as an employee of a contractor. So when Marise Payne uses that distinction to deny people assistance, I just think that is ethically wrong, and it is also wrong from a national security perspective. We want to be able to go to these theatres around the world and to ask locals for support, knowing that our reputation is that we help those who help us. We are well behind where the US is, we are well behind where the United Kingdom is, and we should be doing more. It's something not only the Afghans are saying, but many returned soldiers who served with them.
Would you ask the government to review some of these applications?
More than review. I think Marise Payne has the power to ensure she enables eligibility for people who need safety. I have been raising this for some time. I keep being told, this has been done urgently. Meanwhile, we see story after story of someone who's helped Australia who we're not helping and whose life is at risk. I just don't think that's acceptable.
Penny Wong, thanks so much for your time.
Great to be with you, Laura.